All right, everyone, how's it going? Happy Monday-Runday. Oh, of course, I stopped the train on the gates. There we go. What are we doing tonight? I saw we had. I got to go through here. There we go. Going with blue lights tonight. Whew. Carefully scroll through so I don't end the live like I did that one week. Real fan Rogers here. He has a question for me. All right. I'll be willing to answer that. We have Jamie, Adam, Matt PG. Let's see. Gus, how's it going? John Doe. And then Adam. So how's everyone doing? Welcome to Monday-Runday. Anyone watching the replay, I've got some cool newer stuff. A bunch of adventures I have to basically edit and then put out there. I'll let you guys know about that. So yeah, it's been a hectic day. Lots of work to do and stuff like that. And then as you guys saw from the thumbnail, I've got a brand new toy, so it's kind of crazy. Is Royal Fan Roger still in the house? He had a question. I don't see him in the chat bar there, but hopefully he's still around. Let me fix this camera. There we go. We're nice and level now. Cool. Hey, Matt. Long time no see, right? Hey, guys, that's one of the videos I have to upload still. It was a bunch of us. Hey, there's Real Fan Roger. Yeah, it's a bunch of us. We basically were at one location looking for, well, one of them was a old fort near my old stomping ground. And then we ended up going to another place that was supposed to have more ruins than expected, but we found some old trolley stuff. And thanks to Randy of Emerald Sound Production, he's got a really good eye for detail. I mean, all the guys in the group I was with, it helps so much to be in a group of people that do and love the same things, especially going out in the woods and looking for relics and things like that. But Randy pointed out, he's like, hey, this is definitely a trolley trail. So we ended up walking on an old trolley line, which led to the power station that I thought wasn't really there. I thought it was in a different place, but we ended up finding it. It was awesome. So Gus, it was the whole crew. It was Matt, JP, RJ, and Randy as well, and myself. Us goofballs in the woods. It was fun. Yeah, Saturday was awesome. I got a lot of miles. I think we walked like 9.5 miles or something like that. Like my watch was going crazy. And so Real Fan Roger, what's your question? I saw you wrote that a couple times. And I'm going back in the chat. John Doe says, looks like there's some nuclear cars. Yes, I have. Those are old. Well, it's like a reissue. Lionel did like an anniversary set, and they brought back some of the really cool post-war cars that were famous in the 50s. If you find one of the nuclear cars, I think like an original one, they go for a hefty price, couple of dimes. Hey, there's ours trains. Corey, how's it going, man? Sounds like a great outing. Yeah, I can't wait to put the footage up. I'm gonna have to do a lot of splice and dice because I filmed a lot of stuff and I want to condense it down to a complete thought. I guess. I mean, that's every time you edit something. And like I said, the trip ended up being something completely different than what, the second part. Like Fort Howard was amazing. And I know it was there and everything. It's a great place to walk around. But North Point, I was not expecting to find the old trolley line. It's really cool. Hey, Docman, how's it going? I got chats flying. Woohoo. Nick, I don't know when you'll see 611 at Strasbourg, but I'll be there in early July. It'd be awesome to see you there. Yeah, just send me a text or send me an email. I'd love to get out there. I'm going to try to get there on the 22nd when it arrives or debuts. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to actually try to get there at like the crack of dawn. If I have to sit and camp in my car all day and actually like walk to places to film, that might be something I might have to consider. So it's going to be great. There's Roger. Do you know how to program a Radio Shack Pro Hyperscan radio? I do not. I apologize for that. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with radios or anything like that. Yeah, Nikki's downstairs. I asked her politely if she could make me some coffee because I'm like really dying. I had tons of, for anyone who's ever done a live stream at like the last second, and I've been up here for about 2 hours just getting things together, and then I ran the trains around, like the trains I want to show you guys tonight, and of course they all decided to derail, and then you know, you guys are, Corey knows how that is. He goes live fairly often, at least once a week, and there's derails all the time, but it happens. I'm editing my video as we speak. Had to get really creative since, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a really awesome cinematic video. I'm sure like your editing's getting like crazy awesome. Like I love that. Like the last video you did was really cool. Got the limited edition 611, and oh wow, yeah, those are really hard to find. I've been trying to look for a bunch of 611 stuff, but a lot of it's just jacked up in price. It's really crazy. Blame Bob. I missed the other Corey comment. I was able to get there at 7 a.m. on opening day in July. You should be fine. I mean, I'm only 45 minutes away from Strasbourg. I'm not really, I don't know. I mean, I'll just get there early, grab like a ton of food, like grab breakfast and lunch. So I don't have to like move my car, and then pretty much just camp out. Last time, oh, sorry. Let me go up. Chat's flying. I love it. Crowd was decently large, but afternoon was okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll get there really early. Maybe do some. Like, I'm sure they're gonna run test runs of her. Like closer to that weekend, I might try to go up like after work or something, because I'm sure they're not just gonna drop it off and let it rip. I'm sure they're gonna do like test runs, maybe like after hours and stuff like that. Opening day in September. Okay. John Doe, last time 611 was there, you couldn't get into the parking lot or cross the street without tickets. Yeah, that's what knowing this is like a more of a residency, like that's the best way I can describe it, as like sort of a residency. I think it's going to be a little bit less hectic because it's spread out throughout time compared to like whatever the event was last time. I actually drove through Strasbourg before that event started, and I wasn't sure why that was like all coned off and everything. And then I read online, I was like, oh, 611's here. And I was like, what's 611? But that was really before I started getting into the hobby and having my own space and everything. Oh, I think I hear a Nikki. Uh-oh. Woohoo. Awesome. Thank you, Nikki, for.
It's extremely hot.
Oh, that is hot. I've got lava in a cup. Put that over there. Woo.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right. All right, I got to go back up with the chat. I missed a bunch of stuff. Hey, Country Bunkers Trains is here. How's it going? Yeah, I got some new stuff. Yeah, I'll bring that around in a second. I'm just gonna catch up with the chat, and I'll bring around the new toy. I'm starting to buy a lot of MTH stuff because it's getting kind of hard to find some of the good deals. And whenever I find one, I'm just like, I need this. It's gonna go away. I need it right now. So eBay is like my best friend right now, but it's also like the worst with my wallet. So, oh, I saw we had RJ here. Hey, long time no see. Yeah, haven't seen you in ages, right? All right, trying to go through the chat. All right, I think I'm caught up. Whew. RJ, what are you getting? Okay, it's fuel in a cup. Yes, I needed this so bad. It's I don't know what coffee, probably like Aldi brand or something. But yeah, we get an unboxing. Okay, so just to save time and everything, I've already done the unboxing, so you guys are gonna get a debut on the track. If you were here early in the stream, like really early, I had it riding around everything. Oh God, we have tons of people here. We got Van Doren. We've got North Country. Let's see who else is here. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna bring this train around. We got a great group of people here, and we got a lot of O scalers. We got Country Bunker, Ours Trains, Dogman Production, Van Doren. All you guys love O scale. I mean, who can't love O scale? It's the best. You missed the unboxing. No, you didn't miss the unboxing. I just unboxed it because the guy who I bought it from, he had all the original packaging. The box is ta-da. I love these boxes. It's like secret. There you go. This is the original box, and the guy who owned it prior to me, he had every piece of packaging. And when I actually searched the engine, because I actually have a MTH Western Maryland GP9 that someone custom built. So then when I called MTH out in Columbia, which isn't that far away from me, she's like, I don't know what it is. She's like, it doesn't exist. So I think it was a custom shop or a prototype, most likely a custom shop. And that's on my one track over there. He's going to want my 73. Yeah, purple box. Yeah, I love the purple box. Yeah, she's PS1 for anyone. I don't mind PS1 stuff. I've got 3 PS1 engines now. My K4 runs like a top. I mean, she is great. I've had it apart only twice, and that was because I put too much smoke fluid in it. I just had to clean it out from the prior owner. So I did that twice. Then the fan got lodged up. So, oh God, cold snack. Yeah, we all, yeah, that's great. So yeah, PS1s are tanks. Yeah, I've tried to get the capacitor mods for them, but I can only find batteries right now. Everyone's buying up trains, and the batteries are pretty popular. So I just put all new batteries in them. It had the original battery in it. It was really nasty. So I'm going to roll this train around, and like the purple better than the yellow box. Yeah, me too. Oh my God. You guys are great. You guys could do a trade. Give him both my DNH locos for that. Oh my, you guys are great. So the 303 is worth a lot of money being weathered. Oh God. All right. I'm going to turn the lights on a little bit. Stay tuned for a second. I try to find one that's not as abrasive, so you guys aren't going to go blind. All right, that's not too bad. I'm going to spin you all around real slow. You guys can rant. Just keep it PG. Oh, Corey, you know that that DNH hopper that's down by my way off the NCR? Oh God, slower. So that DNH hopper, the NCR has plans to turn that into a, what would you call it? Like open air car, so they can actually use it and appreciate it. So that's a plan. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's a plan. So, all right, let me bring this beast around. There's that classic ding ding. Here, I'll bring her up further. Let's see. There she is. Whoops, sorry. And she's one heck of a smoker. and it's got the freight sounds and everything. This is a it said it's an AS616 Baldwin switcher. I love this thing. I got a fan on up here. That's why the smoke's going all over the place. But yeah, she's a heavy smoker, as you guys can see. I can actually power even more. Smoke out this entire room. But yeah, that's the RJ saw this on Saturday. Whew. Actually turn this power down. Yeah, there she is. That's my PS1 first Baldwin engine of the collection, and I love this thing. I had it open once, and I just had to replace the battery. I just some minor maintenance stuff, but the gears on it were dry. So usually, if you find like an old box locomotive, you find like dried up grease and stuff that just sat. This thing has been dry, so I think it's new old stock. I don't think this was ever ran before. Actually, I had to put the I put the plow in the front, and the cool thing is with this, you can actually program. You could do long nose first, or the short in the back. But I saw the crew figurine is facing like this way, so I made it long nose forward. It's pretty cool. Catch up on chat here. It just all slammed down on me. Forgot to bring my tripod. Oh God. Remember Keith Corey? You know. Guys are ranting about trains. Make a video of, oh God. Yeah, so let's get these trains running around. First, a couple channel updates. I got some cool videos coming out. Basically, I've got 2 historic videos that are going to come out that actually have a DIY repair on a Lionel engine I bought yesterday. I'm not sure what the number is, but it was at Strasburg's train shop, and they offered like a really cheap price, like $25. And I was like, "Does it work?" He's like, "Yeah, they don't want it anymore," type of thing. So that video will be out just to show you guys how to maintenance older, post-war trains. It's a very early post-war. I'm thinking like, geez, like maybe like late 40s or so. So it's gonna be really crazy. True classic train movie from 19. I've been watching a ton of videos on like Horseshoe Curve and stuff like that. That the videos don't even have sound. That's how crazy they are. Loving how that mic sounds. I'll find you one, Matt. It'll be all right. I'll get you one, or at least I'll send you a link. So yeah, but let's get some of these trains running. And then in the yard, I actually put all my other PS1 stuff. There's the GP9. This building always gets in the way. So let me move this. Magic. So the cool thing is if anyone's not familiar with PS1, what you can do is actually... I'm going to get this train rolling. So once you take this... once you put this in forward... Getting those subs. Yeah, I think we're at 260 as of now, which is pretty cool. Did you get it because of Western Maryland Scenic? No. So this engine, I basically went. This is really funny how this works. So if anyone hasn't been to a train show, you might not understand it, but after you go to your first train show, you will then be addicted to it. It is an addicting experience. So the first train show of, I believe it was 2 years ago at a fairgrounds, I told my dad, I said, "Hey, I want to buy a GP9. I don't care what it is. I just would like one because I'm going for like the 50s vibe, like right into the conversion to steam. I've got some newer stuff, but primarily I like the older stuff, like steam engines, and then going into like the early diesel stuff, like very early diesel. So this guy had this GP sitting on the table for like $50, and I said, "Dude, I'll take it." Just you know, and people were handling it too. I had to run to a ATM, and then after that, I like ran back, and someone else was like lifting it up and handling it. So yeah, it was crazy. But now I got this because Western Maryland actually used to run out of Baltimore, and then near to where I had a lot of memories as a kid, like going around like sightseeing and things like that. But Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, I hope they open soon. I'd love to ride the 1309 or at least get some footage of it. So be awesome. But I heard someone call this paint scheme the circus paint scheme with the red, black, and white. And then there's a couple other designs Western Maryland had, but my favorite, honestly, is the all black and yellow. So that's my absolute favorite color scheme of Western Maryland. But Pennsylvania kind of did the same thing, so very similar. Train shows are addicting. Yes. A lot of my videos are based on train shows. Yeah, I'd love to tape a train show. I'd love to just walk around and maybe just do like some B-roll footage of a train show. I haven't been to a train show since I've been a YouTuber in a way. So I just haven't been out, and the ones near us actually are canceled until further notice. It was at Timonium Fairgrounds down in Maryland, but they're using that as a vaccine site, so that probably won't happen, unfortunately. Just live south of Cumberland. Used to take the kids there. Hey, CA and P, how's it going? Yeah, I haven't been to the Western Maryland Scenic. Usually they just run like diesel excursions, and they got rid of their one steam engine. Then they got the 1309 from the B&O, and that engine needed a ton of help. Matt, next time there's a train show around here, we got to go. Just let me know. I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye out. But right now, Maryland's pretty much locked down with that stuff because they're using the fairgrounds as their vaccine site, and then other places just aren't doing them unless it's like limited capacity. But the one train show I used to go to as a kid, there'd be at least close to 1,000 people there at a time, so it was really crazy. Great Scale, yeah, Great Scale is a great show, and there used to have like the Greenberg. One of them's model trains. I forgot which one it is. One's the Great Scale, Greenberg, and then there's the there's a random toy show that they used to have too. That was the fun one because you could actually find a lot of pre-war stuff that would be great project trains for cheap. So it's always really cool. Always looking for new finds. Yeah. The engine, unfortunately, it's all the way downstairs. The engine I'm going to restore. It's my next mini project. That's all the way downstairs, and I'll leave it for you guys to check out. But hey, I'm going to get these trains fired up. I'll show you guys. I can just leave these engines idling in the yard once I get the Baldwin started up. So all I do is flip the switches down here. I just keep these guys idling. Railserve.com. I'll have to check that out. I'll actually turn off the K4 so I don't like smoke out the attic or anything like that. But up top, I've got the excuse me. I got the 2026 up top. I finally fixed it. I got the new screws put in, so we get that rolling with a whole line of post-war cars. And then on track 2 tonight, I've got my 736. If it wants to roll. Texas Zephyr set. Yeah, Corey, I don't have one of those. I've got a bunch of NPC stuff. I might try to sell some of it. Whew. I should probably start getting ready for the trip south part 2. Nice talking to you. Hey, hopefully hopefully you catch the replay. Have a safe trip. And have a great night. Sorry, one of the trains is derailed. Of course. There we go. Whew. Hey, North Country, if you're ever near York, Pennsylvania, just give me a shout. I'll show you some cool rail stuff around this way. All right, so we can get the 736 going. There we go. Now it's behaving. Oh, man, are you serious? Look at this. Great. That was awesome. See, I wasn't paying attention. It decoupled itself and just went bam right into the end of a post-war caboose. Awesome. Oh, man, I'll fix it. I'll fix it soon. I don't feel like getting up. Yeah, for anyone who missed it, a few weeks ago, my 2026, which is going up on the top track, the side rod came off. I believe it was because of the screw. And what happened was the original owner of it used tapping oil on the screw for lubrication, and it actually re-tapped the hole when I backed out the screw to install the newer smoke unit. And the screw rejected the whatever tap or whatever threads they put in there. So I ended up buying new screws and then retapping the hole for like a 440 screw and then fix that. So it's crazy. Derailment, all part of the experience. Exactly. Getting ready for the 611 event. Even though I'm not going until July. Yeah, I'll be there early. It's going to be great. Hey, what model NW2 did you buy at and David Stevens, welcome to the channel. I don't think we've seen you here before. But yeah, what model NW2 did you buy? Because I have a 620. No, what are you? 624. Sorry, I should know that. It's one of my favorite locomotives in the collection, and she runs great. There's a couple funny things with it. I think whoever owned it prior, I think whoever owned it before me basically just ran it in a circle underneath the Christmas tree because all the wheels on the trucks on the left side were completely worn down. Then the center roller had a ridge in it. So I think they maybe used Super O track and then ran it all around on the left side. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, you gotta make your way over here before you move and everything. 621. Okay. What's the road name on there? Is that? I'll look it up real quick. Here, I'll bring you guys back. AHM, IHC, or Veracity passenger cars go. I just got a few plastic ones. Not exactly sure. That might be a question for RJ if he's still here. Are those HO by any chance? Jersey Central. Okay, yeah. Let me look it up really quick. It sounds post-war. Lionel 621. Let's see. Question. RJ, I think John Doe is asking about some cars or something like that. I wasn't sure if those were HO or not. Oh, wow. Okay, this is really cool. And the Jersey Central. Yeah, that's definitely post-war. Wow, that's like later post-war, it looks like. Yeah, those are nice little engines. Oh, yeah, post-war. Yeah, cool. Yeah, these are awesome. Like, yeah, you got a good deal. Like, someone was selling, well, where is it? On the screen. It's all blacked out. But yeah, those are really cool. Yeah, not pre-war now. Sounds like you got my old passenger cars are HO. Okay, yeah. So yeah, RJ's the HO master. I gave him a bunch of my old HO stuff this past weekend. We were up here last night fixing stuff because I felt really bad. So one of the engines, I ended up pulling out like half a shag carpet in them. Like I sucked it in there. It was an old Tyco Illinois Central. I think we found out it was an Alco. It's called like an Alco Super something. But yeah, yeah, it was really funny. I'm like sitting there at the desk. He was downstairs test running him, so I'd fix them. Then he'd run downstairs 2 flights of steps to the living room. I was like, all right, it's good. I'm like, okay, we're gonna run this one next. So I opened up the motor and everything. And I'm fixing HOs really new for me. It's basically a lot of stuff's pretty fragile. But I did the best I could, and I picked out like all these pieces of carpet, and I was glad to fix that engine. It's a really strong puller now. It's pretty good. C628. SD80 Mac. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Alco stuff. I'm getting into it. Got my first Baldwin, as you guys heard before, so it's really cool. Yeah, if any of you guys are going up to the 611 or even just Strasbourg, just give me a shout. Might be able to meet up there and do some videoing and stuff like that and hang out. Just, I really enjoy just going up there and filming the trains. I don't have to ride the train to enjoy it. Well, let me move this camera. There we go. Stay. There we go. So yeah, every time I'm at Strasbourg, I usually just enjoy filming the train and things like that. Every time I've ridden it, it's really hard to film on their locomotives or their cars, because there's usually like kids screaming and stuff and parents yelling at kids, and Last time I was on a car, so like the wine and food train video we did, I lost a lot of good footage because the people few chairs or chair length away from us were on the phone saying a couple words that weren't very family friendly. So yeah, it's crazy doing a horseshoe curve all day. So yeah, I'll be at Horseshoe Curve. I believe it's June 13th, which is a Saturday, for a meet and greet through another channel, BJP Videos meet and greet. So he's hosting that at Horseshoe Curve, and then the next day, I believe it's at amusement park. It's at I forgot, Lake Mount Park up in Altoona. But yeah, I'm trying to find a way to do it. So my plan is to actually bring a train set to run at Horseshoe Curve as like a funny video. So I'll probably end up bringing some N scale stuff or something like that. So it'd be really cool. Oh, sweet. Adam's going to go to Horseshoe Curve as well. That'd be awesome. Plan on Strasbourg trip. Yeah, Matt, let me know, because I know a lot of really cool places to film. Like I said, the train ride's all right. It's really short and it is a little expensive for what you get, but it's a great train ride to at least do it once or twice and then just enjoy filming and everything. Oh God, the chat's blowing up. Woohoo. I'll read through it. I just have to go back. David said, agreed. My wife and I usually go to the corn maze. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, the amazing maze. Yeah, I love going there. Nikki and I haven't gone as a couple yet, but a few years ago I went and we did the night corn maze. You can actually bring a flashlight and get lost in the maze, and it's all in the dark. It was really terrifying because our flashlights died and everything. It was a while ago. So before I got into like going out and adventuring and stuff, I didn't have the proper gear. Was not prepared to be stuck in a corn maze in the dark. Terrifying, yes. Awesome, yes. Wait, how's that going to work? Now, Corey, hey, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to build a platform because I'm going to have to drive to Altoona. The Amtrak idea, I had to 86 that because the Amtrak times, I love Amtrak, but the times sucked. That's my honest, blunt opinion, because I wanted to take an Amtrak from Harrisburg, which is right up the street, 40 minutes or so, park there, take the train out to Altoona, and then go to the city there, take an Uber to wherever I had to go or whatever. That didn't work. The times were just all goofy. So now I'm going to drive. But I'm going to build a platform, and I'm going to get a set of batteries hooked up to a potentiometer. I'm going to run trains at Horseshoe Curve. I'll also bring some other stuff just in case I can find power up there and plug up a transformer. But I'm banking on no power, so I'm going to try to use a battery pack and get my trains running. So it's going to be great. Document said, did you say meet and greet? It's through JP Video's channel up at Horseshoe Curve and Lakemont. But yeah, definitely check out his channel. It's just JP Videos, and the details are on there, but it's an overnight trip and everything. So it'll be really cool. Oh, now I'm behind on comments. Woohoo. Yeah, exactly. Makes a horseshoe. You know what? That's a great idea. Railfan Roger said, makes a Horseshoe Curve at Horseshoe Curve. So yeah, that's okay. That's going to be the plan. Thank you. I will write that down. I just need to buy some more track. I'm staying overnight for Altoona. Yeah, same here. It's going to be pretty cool. Be like a, mini, I call them staycation or minication. So it'll be a really cool weekend. Hey, Timothy DeMarco, how's it going? He says yeet. Welcome to the channel. RB Peep says, definitely getting up to Strasbourg. Might get into one of those Horseshoe Curve trips as well. Yeah, it's going to be great. This whole summer I've got planned. I've got a bunch of stuff planned for the summer. It's going to be really cool. Adam says, hope to depends on what shape we're in here at the house. Yeah, I totally understand. I just went through the whole thing for the first time ever moving into this house. It is a lot of stress and everything, especially moving away to a different state or whatnot. I did the same thing. I moved from Maryland to PA, and even though it's not as far as your move, it's still like things I didn't even think of. You know what I mean? It's just been crazy. Whoops. I'll bring the HO layout outside for some natural light. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm in. Cool. I'm catching up with chat. Yeah, it was flying for a second. Hey, Timothy, good night. Have a great night. Better showing on the virtual railfan. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll set up right under virtual railfan. All those guys are gonna be like, "What the heck is that?" And I'll bring a sign that says like Nick's Crossing, put on my back or something. So I'll be the talk of the railfan. They'll be like, "Who is that nut job?" I'm like, "It's me." Yeah, RJ cleared out Strasburg Train Shop. It's pretty cool. We found a bunch of cool stuff. I always like finding Penn Central stuff for them. Pure Marquee. My top choices for train locations: Steam Railroad Institute, Fort Wayne. I'll have to check that out. That's a little bit of a distance, but love to check that out. Jamie's staying the night as well in Altoona. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, we all need to go to dinner. Find like a diner or something. We can put like a bunch of tables together. Have like be like the Knight's Realm. You'll probably make the VRF grab. Free weather. Yeah, free weathering. I thought about doing something like that, like burying a car in the garden or something, or leaving it out in the rain, something fun like that. Boom, any publicity. Yeah, true. Yeah, very true. I'll just wave at the camera and be like, hey fellas, or hey people. Yeah, that'd be awesome, getting food up there, meeting all these great people. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be a giant meetup. It'll be a bunch of, it'll be like the uh yeah, the crew, I like to call it. Like the crew from Saturday. I think everyone there's going from the most part. Yes. Yeah, Sean, I call JP and RJ the Conrail twins because everywhere they go that's rail related, they always have their Conrail shirt. I'm the Pensy guy. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'm gonna basically call them the Conrail twins. And then adding you in the mix is the Conrail triplets if you guys ever meet up and stuff. It'd be awesome. So and just as a sneak peek, so not always. Yeah. So that's true. But you guys are the Conrail twins in my opinion. So but yeah, so yeah, RJ and I did go to the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum yesterday to do some filming. We didn't get everything done, so we have to go back. And we found they have a GP9 and then their E33. I messed up. I called it an E44 the entire time, but it's an E33 that's at the museum. RJ pointed out, he's like, hey, look, there's Conrail Blue under there. It's like, what are they doing? So the GP9 actually had a ton of spots. You could see Conrail Blue paint. Same with the E33. It was really cool. But I thought as an E44, I'm actually on the prowl to buy a E44 New Haven that's online right now for like a ridiculous low price. But they're really cool engines. It's got Proto Sound 2 in it. 4 different Conrail Blue shirts. Wow. Hey, that's not a problem. I'm wearing a train shirt now. I think it's supposed to be blue. Yeah, it's dark blue. But it says like I dream O scale or something like that. Just go up to the virtual. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, I love that museum too. It's really nice. They added a bunch of like hands-on exhibits. The engines weren't open. Excuse me. The engines were not open to walk through, but they did have like the signage on the ground saying like this engine is open, and we're like, let us in, and it was all chained off. But we were there for about 4 hours. And when you film stuff, like we were talking about it yesterday, RJ and I were talking about it. I said, like, when we film stuff, we look at every little detail. We like reading plaques and stuff. And then he's doing a really cool portion. I won't give it away, but um, he was doing a very awesome, like in-depth portion of an exhibit. And then we're constantly interrupted by people and stuff. I mean, it's public, things happen, but basically, like a 20-minute video turned into like an hour of filming, just because of interruption and stuff. But it's gonna be really cool. Like he's gonna do a different, I think like a different part video for that. For me, I pretty much did like a crash course of the museum inside, and then I got thrown out of the museum because they were closing. They came up to me and said, "Hey, you need to go to the lobby and leave." I was like, "All right." It's like you got me. Oh man. Yeah, I think him and I got hit by a stroller a couple times. At least my feet got like run over. And the location that he was doing some like really in-depth filming, this guy had like a double wide stroller and ran over my feet, and I was just like, stuff like that. Of course, I wasn't filming that. That would have been great, like B-roll footage. Yeah, I was in Strasbourg yesterday, but we didn't go to the Strasbourg Railroad. Looking at the BFU Fly app, and it looks like Horseshoe Curve is fair game for drones. Hey, yeah, I think Jay and RJ have flown drones there, or at least Jay has. But that'd be really cool. Maybe I'll have a drone by them as well, or by then as well. That'd be really cool. Corey only has one DNH shirt. Boo. I've got a, I've got an NCR shirt down the street. I've got a Pennsylvania Railroad shirt that I just bought yesterday. Got some just general train shirts. Like I think one's like I always stop for. That's the shirt I'm wearing now. It says I always stop for trains. Um, and then the other one says I dream in O scale. Things like that. Just goofy train shirts. RJ got a really cool shirt yesterday at the museum. It's not a tie dye. It's not like a multicolor tie dye, but it's like a Pensy, you know, green and blue with a GG1 in the middle of it. It's really cool. I'm out of coffee. It's all good. Perfect. Only one piece of train clothing, and that's my R's Trains cap. Hey, Corey, I would buy a hat. I don't hat very well because I've got another hat like that's attached to my head, and I don't plan on cutting my hair. But your merch is really nice. I've seen it around. Actually, I've seen it at like Strasbourg and stuff walking around. I have seen R's Trains, stuff like that. So you know, it's tie dye. It's not like not your typical tie dye. It's pretty cool. Maybe going for 2 nights in Altoona. Not sure yet. Yeah, I've got to save my days off because I just started. Technically, I started a new job. The way that my job is currently set up, so basically, it's the same job. I was just moved to be a permanent employee, so I lost all of my vacation time. I had like 7 or a couple hours of vacation, but by now I would have had 2 days. So I have now like 1 day of vacation, some personal leave, and sick days. So I'm gonna save some of those for like Knobles and stuff during the week, so we can get out there and actually enjoy the park peacefully. Oh, you're gonna send me a picture of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Hey, how's it going? Hey, Randall, how's it going? All right, real family. Yeah, we'll be here. It's only 9. It's early. Oh man, my back is killing me too. Yeah, we did a lot of walking this weekend. It took a toll on me, but I needed more exercise. I got to be out more often. It's definitely on the goal and plans. So that's why I posted a video. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's me biking part of the NCR trail up to pretty much a parking lot where you can actually get off the trail, load up your bike in your car, and drive home. So I decided to do that instead of doubling back or something like that. But definitely check out that video. Some really cool sights and sounds of well, mostly sights because I put music in there. But yeah, it's really cool. Hey, Corey, thanks for stopping by, man. I'll check you out your stream on Sunday. I always love watching your show. You guys do a great job, and yeah, always thank Bob. Thank Bob for me, even though he's probably melting in your basement. So, and for anyone who doesn't know who Bob is, you got to watch Corey's show to find out. But it is themed seasonally, so hopefully Bob's wearing some nice clothes. State parks have been off limits since 2014, yet they come up. Yeah, yeah, it's funny how that stuff works. David, have you ever rode on the scenic railroads Hummel's? What does that say? Hummelstown. I have not. What railroad is that? Do you know by any chance? I can look it up. My knees and back. Yeah, yeah, my knees are killing me as well. I seriously have to start exercising more and getting in better shape. Hey, RBP, thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are great. No, NW 433. No, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. The NCR does offer one way. Yes, that's really cool. I would like to try that, but the thing is, I like going downhill. It, but that is a really cool thing. If you had to ever go up to like Seven Valleys or something like that, it'd be really cool. What's in the box? All right, Matt. Yeah, we'll still be here. Oh God, Heath, I'll spin this around here. Heath missed the box, so I'll show him the box. What was in the box? It's all right. I'll still run them around. I'll just show you this engine real quick. Here, there you go. Ta-da! Here, I'll put the light on it. I know it's not on fire. It's supposed to smoke on purpose. So it's not blue smoke. It's my new Baldwin. So I think it's Heath. I think it's a scale model of a. I think it's scale because my GP9 I believe is also scale. Whoops, sorry. Make it look like you know Blair Witch Project. My camera work up in here. Let me turn this light. God. That's huge. No, it's just it's a Baldwin. It's a Baldwin switcher, which is really cool. It's smoldering. No, Jamie, that's not the one I took on the Ferris wheel. That's in the box. So if anyone hasn't seen it, well, if anyone would like to see it, so JP Videos did a Knobel's first day, which is an amusement park in centralized PA. Let's just call it that. I bought a coach. They sell coaches, and I had to carry it around because the stores were closing and the park was closing. So we jumped on the Ferris wheel. So I literally took my model train, like a brand new, like $100 Weaver passenger car up on the train, and I rode around the Ferris wheel with us. It was pretty cool. And then he had his Lionel cars with him that he purchased that day as well. So we had a bunch of model trains on a Ferris wheel, which is awesome. And I was like so scared and stuff. I ended up calling it by mistake a box car, not a Madison passenger car. It was a complete bloop. But it was like my whole mind was just like, oh God. It was pretty scary. It was very, very fast, and the car rocked and everything. And it went like really fast. Yes, Ellisburg, PA. I've heard it pronounced both ways. So yeah. It's smoldering. I love that comment. No, it's supposed to smoke. It's supposed to smoke. See? Even in idle. Actually smokes really, really well. So yeah, I love that. Smaller. I got my Lionel 16. Hey, Conrail 8098. Welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you around before, so welcome. Lionel 16150-40. Now what I'll have to look that up because I'm not sure what that looks like, but that sounds really cool. I mean, is it newer Lionel or like older Lionel stuff? Lizard scale. No. Just finished part 1 of 2 review of a comparison video of the the rivet counters. Hey, that's awesome. Wait until my DCC system arrives to do the part 2. Hey, that's all it's all that it's all fun when it gets into the electronics part. It's really cool to see how that stuff works. Adam's 7 miles from my favorite town of Centralia. Yeah, I'd love to check that out. Nikki wanted to go to the meet and greet at Centralia, but it was canceled because of like 2 feet of snow. So it's really cool. If I see smoke, I'll be in big trouble. Yeah, this is supposed to smoke. It's got a fan-driven smoke unit in there. It's not like a bowl smoker unlike the old post-war stuff, Post-war steam switcher. Hey, I'll have to look that up because I just bought a post-war steam switcher. It might be the same one. Hey, Matt's back. Wicked bought 3 bags of Cato ballast. Will it be enough for my scenic ridge? I don't know. You can never have enough ballast because I just reballasted my yard, and then I had to fix the track up front. So when I tore up the track here to add the switch for the yard, I had to fix all my ballast. I went through I think it was like 3 pounds of ballast. That's how the guy sold it to me. It's like in 1 pound jars or something like that. So it's like 3 pounds of ballast later. I've heard people using like kitty litter and stuff, like non-scented kitty litter. It's pretty cool. Also have the Lionel 57. Oh, sorry, 57 AEC TMCC. Hey, that's pretty cool stuff too. Yeah, all my stuff I have is conventionally controlled, but I am looking at buying some newer. I'm probably gonna stay with some MTH stuff for a little bit, but then eventually I'd like to get into some higher end Lionel. But right now, like some some of the MTH stuff is just so cheap for what you get, like used online. I can't really pass it up. Like this Baldwin switcher was a steal pretty much, for what I paid for it. Yeah, I'd love to go to Centralia, Matt. That'd be awesome. You need to go before Adam moves. Yeah. Yeah, Adam, if you're cool with that, just whoops, let me go back up. I missed the comment. My little screen. But yeah, I'd love to go to Centralia. That'd be so cool. I'll be hosting a tour this month for. Okay, that'd be awesome. New adventures. You need to do a model of the. That'd be really cool. Yeah, always buy extra stuff. Like I'm gonna model or not model something, but like ballasting, scenery stuff. I always buy like way too much than what I need because you never know if you have to like touch something up or anything like that. Oh yeah, that's true. Kitty litter with the cat. I mean, this stuff is basically kitty litter. It's just non-scented or anything like that. It's I don't even know how they make this ballast. I think Woodland Scenic stuff is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone like pouring kitty litter into like a blender or something like that, or they have a connection with like a kitty litter brand. It's pretty close to it. Trying to go through the comments again. Give us an excuse to visit Texas. Hey, I'd love to visit Texas. It'd be awesome. Can I have like send the crew down there? We can all take a train. I think we can take an Amtrak, right? If Texas has Amtrak, it'd be really cool. Hey, David, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the channel. Stay tuned for more crazy adventures and stuff too. We've got a lot of stuff planned this summer. Yes, that is my post-war rocket. My rocket car broke. Is it underneath there? No, it broke, and it broke while I was in the move to the new house. It made me upset. But yes, this thing will put an eye out. But yeah, that is my post-war rocket, aimed right at me as I deserve it. It's for all my mistakes and everything. Got a rocket right at me. So looking at May 22nd, it's a Saturday. No, that's the day I want to go to the 611, but I could go on the 23rd. If you're going to host that on a Saturday, that'd be awesome. Yeah, the 611 will still be there, but if you're going to Centralia that day, it'd be really cool. Feels like sand and N scale. Yeah, I actually have. This is the stuff that the guy sold me down the street. I ended up putting it in a ballast, like one of these spice containers, but he called it like Northeast Corridor sand or ballast. So I don't know who makes this stuff, but that's the stuff I put in the yard. This is all that's left after 3 pounds. So this is like a quarter pound or so. Yeah, just don't add the yeah, exactly. Yeah, Texas is ginormous. I love it. Yeah, it would be. That'd be a crazy trip on Amtrak. You'd be there. If it took Jay from JP to go from Harrisburg to Pittsburgh in like what do you say, like 5 hours? A trip to Texas would probably be about like 15 hours or so, maybe like a layover. I'd still do it though. It'd be kind of cool. You could do like a roomette on the Amtrak. 12 hours to get the Texas border and another 12 to get Corpus Christi. Jeez. Did a basic training in tech school in Texas. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. Yeah, I'd love to try it. And then I want to check out some of like the roadside attractions and things like that down there. And I'm sure they have different trains and different it's a whole nother history down there. I'd love to check it out. Fish for Freighter, my new spinoff. to do Let's Catch a Train. Hey, that'd be cool. If I was rich, I'd buy AZ Rock and Mineral Ballast. Yeah, that Woodland Scenic stuff's getting pretty pricey too, and I mean the price of materials, everything's going up. It's pretty crazy. Quite a few friends in Texas. It'd be awesome to go. And then I was gonna say, this is the. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. So when Wicked was saying like ballast for N scale is pretty much sand, this is the coarse, or no, this is not coarse. This is fine ballast, very fine. Check that out. Look how like you could probably put this in an hourglass. It's like nothing to it. So yeah, it is pretty much like sand, really thin stuff. There's a train museum on Galveston Island in Texas, 7 minutes from. Oh, sweet. That'd be awesome to check out. I think Amtrak from Lancaster to NYC only took maybe 5 hours. Wow. That's a heck of a trip as well. Yeah, Adam, be safe in Texas. We'll have to, all meet up and stuff before you head out. Pumice in the bushes. Oh, wow. There's a GG1 at a train museum in Dallas. What's that doing down there? Yeah, Adam, you'll have to come over and see the layout before you head out and everything. Oh, cool. Final move days May or June 25th, not May. So we got a month or so, almost, well, give or take a month and some change. Texas is hot. Yeah. A few GG1s I've strayed far from home. Yeah, I didn't know there was one in Harrisburg until watching the Amtrak video Jay did, because I thought it was the same one that they moved from the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. I thought they moved that to Harrisburg for the event that they did, but Harrisburg now has a GG1, which I'd love to check out. That might be something I do, pretty soon. Be really cool. Yes, less cold. And yeah, we got hit by some really crazy temperatures this year. Summer of 97. Yeah, I like paying for AC. I hate paying gas for heat. So it's all good. Ow. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what other train museums I've been to out of the state and everything. It's been pretty cool. Yeah, it would be great to see a GG1. I was actually talking to RJ about that yesterday when we were at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum, because Amtrak turned 50 this year. There was a whole like celebration thing that happened. It was, I'm glad Amtrak's 50 years old and still around. Oh, they have a list of GG1s where they are. Winter is taking. Yeah, I totally understand that. Winter can be very, very crappy. I prefer the warmish weathers. Warmish weather. There you go. And it won't rain. That's how like Baltimore was. It was like, what's the humidity out? It's like this. And it's like, is it going to rain soon? No, it's just hot and humid. What was I thinking of? Oh, so they did a 50th anniversary celebration for Amtrak. It was on YouTube, and it was all right. I mean, not sure what other stuff they're going to do. It's basically a hoopla to get more money for Amtrak. And basically, I was thinking, for 50 years at Amtrak, why wouldn't they, maybe restore a GG1? It makes more sense. They would get more people involved with Amtrak. Think how many rail fans and, you know, historians, rail fans, people that have never seen a GG1 move, like myself. I've never seen a GG1 move. I know Jamie said, she's seen them move and stuff like that and travel, but I think it'd be really cool to see, a GG1 in operation. So I think instead of bringing out all these new fancy trains to celebrate Amtrak's 50th anniversary, maybe they should have thought about it and said, hey, maybe we should restore a GG1. So it's just an opinion, I really, it's an iconic loco. And I think that'd be such a great thing. But those guys, unfortunately, they don't really think like the way we do, or, the rail fans, they're looking for a business. It's a business, side of things. But if they made a GG1 that would be able to travel and do like heritage routes and things like that, that would generate so much money. Like when the 611 shows up, and basically like when the 611 shows up at Strasbourg, you can't even get in the town. You've got people from all over the country and all over the world at the time, I'm sure all over the world, to see that engine, in progress. The GG1, that's iconic across the seven seas. I mean, it's crazy. It's actually one of Pennsylvania's state locomotives, but that would generate Amtrak so much money if they ran a GG1 across the country and then kept it in some type of in service. So yeah, I think it'd be great to see one of those. Silver Streak. Yeah, if the Union Pacific, definitely. If Union Pacific can do that, I think they could definitely do a GG1. I think, GG1, honestly, it'd be a lot of body work and a lot of electrical conversions. But we have companies now like, oh God, Matt, you said it's pouring there. If it's pouring there, it's going to pour here soon. Matt's that way. So that's west of my house. So yeah. Was the box revealed? Yes, but I'll show you guys again soon. I'm on a rant. But yeah, I think it'd be so cool if we could get a GG1 rolling again. And it just makes sense because Amtrak turning 50. I think they kind of missed the mark. Yeah, so 15 minutes from me. Yeah, I'm gonna get this rain. I'm up in the attic. So this is the roof. This is the roof of my house. Oh, a tornado warning. That's great. So I'm in the highest. So guys, if you don't hear from me again, our house got blown away by a tornado, and I've been in the attic the entire time. Oh God. Yeah, we were supposed to get a thunderstorm. I would really like a good thunderstorm. But it hasn't happened. But yeah, it just, it's really sad. I'd like to see some of these older historic trains going, restored and everything. And a steam engine is very costly. The Strasbourg has, oh God, but mild thunder. Hey, as long as it's not Dr. Thunder, we're in good hands. There's a joke. It's like Dr. Thunder is Dr. Pepper's uneducated brother or something like that. I heard that like on a comedy show at one time. A friend near Fort Worth just had severe. Oh, hail. That's no good. I bring on a good storm. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the channel. I think I've seen you here. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, we've had this area has actually had some really bad floods within the past couple of years. They call it like, I'm originally a geographer, so they go over this in school and stuff. They'll say like You have 50-year floods, 100-year floods, 1,000-year floods. So it's basically you could get two 100-year floods in a row, but it's highly unlikely. It's just the way the weather patterns and the way the Gulf Stream works and flexes and moves, different weather patterns. But they had two 100-year floods within 10 years or so. It flooded the entire main street of Glen Rock, and I wasn't living around here yet, but that happened before we moved because we were looking at a house. Well, we were actually looking at a house near that part of town, and you needed flood insurance, and it was very, very expensive. My realtor said, "You don't want to live here. It's a very affordable house, but you don't want to live there." I'm like, "Why? It's an awesome house. It's a forever home." And she said, "Well, you have flood insurance and you could get flooded, you know?" Oh, God. Well, that's great. As I say, Nikki, make Matt. Can you make Matt a mod? I thought we did before, but his name isn't Blue. So Nikki knows how to do that stuff. I don't. I'm a rookie. Oh, I just heard thunder. Woohoo. Yeah, she loved that house. It was great. Yeah, this is actually burning my soul. Poor Orioles. I mean, God. Could they be? Let me look at their. RJ, your picture just went through. If you're still here, um, he bought a shirt at the museum. It's tie dye, but it's not like hippie tie dye. I guess that's the way you call it. This is more of a modern pattern. Oh, come on. It's not going to work. Let's see. If it auto focuses, we'll be in good shape. Almost there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, nope. I got to lower my brightness on my screen. There we go. Let's try that. You can do it. Come on. Webcam. So close. You guys get the gist of it. It's a GG1 Strasbourg. It's pretty cool. Surge protection. Oh, I just heard thunder again. Yes. Yeah, surge protection. I've got. This is my surge protection. Oh man, it's all good. The good thing is like my microphone and stuff isn't plugged into the wall. It's actually just plugged into an interface into the laptop. The camera is plugged into the laptop. So worst comes to worst, I can continue live streaming. May not be able to run trains, but I can actually unplug the computer and go completely USB. So I'm not plugged into the wall. The lights and stuff, everything's analog after that. So we'd be good to go as long as we have internet. We're rolling. Oh, I hear a Nikki or something. Yes. Was that thunder?
I didn't hear anything.
I heard something. There's Nikki.
I heard cars.
She heard cars.
I came up here to do what you asked. Make Matt a mod.
Uh-oh. So Nikki's going to make Matt a mod really quick. We catch up on chat. Yeah, mountaintop. And yeah, I'm in the valley, but we're like on top of the hill, so we are kind of high up, aren't we? Yeah, Camden Yards is a great park. It's just the Orioles just have to get it together, and I haven't been to an Orioles game in like 2 years because all the COVID stuff, and then before that it was just too expensive for what you get, and then I wouldn't want to pay $50 a seat to see a losing team. You know what I mean? So, oh god, the new Nikki desk. We'll show you that in a second. Oh, it was Heath's idea, so blame Heath. All right, Nikki's gonna do that. She'll just be in camera view for a second.
Might be more than a second, but.
Oh.
To remember how I did it.
I can't do the Thunderstruck song because then I'll get copyright claimed and then this won't get posted. Just trying to figure it out. Hey, Adam said hi. Say hi back.
Hi, Adam.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm feeling real. Hold on, I'll come back.
Nikki's gonna come back. She's gonna figure it out. Oh, there's a cat.
The cat.
She scared the cat.
Sorry, Juju.
Oh, geez. Hey, Odd Town. Let me explains why I'm here. Oh, Matt said hi too.
Hi, Matt.
She said hi. Three dots on the right. And hover and click. Like the Pirates, cheap tickets, but they aren't the greatest. The Orioles haven't won a World Series since 1984. Wait, no. I should know this. 80 something. Okay. Let's just say that. All right, Nikki's coming back.
We're going to be behind on the chat for a minute, guys. We're still here. I promise.
Hopefully. I think it's the 84 World Series. I should know. Like, I used to be really big into the Orioles, and then, we had season tickets and everything, or my parents had season tickets, and then all of that just kind of went away because I got kind of fed up with. Oh, just trying to figure that out. I got really distraught and fed up with them losing every game I went to. It would be under there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But here, I think it. Wait, hold up. Orioles World Series. Let me type this in. At least the Yankees win. Like, I can't see the screen right now. Nikki's trying to figure it out. But at least the Yankees are winning. 83 World Series. There we go. I knew it was 80 something. It was 66, 70, and 83. So they really need to get it together. Or we can figure it out later.
Yeah, I have to open up Studio to get there.
Okay. There we go. We're back to the chat. So.
Well, I was going to bring up my phone to show you the chat, but you wouldn't let me get there.
It's all right.
Hi, Randall.
All right, let me go back. I missed a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I got the Pirates comment. So I can't even figure out Prism. So Prism is pretty cool. It's just the last time we used Prism, it was at my show. And Nikki tried live streaming it, but after it saved the video, after rendering the video of the live stream, it said it was live stream days away from the actual date. It was really annoying, and it put it so far back in time it wasn't relevant in my videos, so I had to delete it. I think it was just something bad on the setup, but excuse me, it was just something really annoying with that. Thomas, do you like to mix running post-war and modern trains? Yeah. I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got stuff from the 1920s that I need to do videos on. They really need to be seen and appreciated, and shared with you guys. But I like running all kinds of stuff. Like right now, I'm running some modern-esque cars before we derailed, because I've got a 736, which is a big old Berkshire locomotive. And then I was pulling some other modern reissue cars. It was really cool. And then up top is an entire post-war set right now. And below, this is all my modern stuff right now on this track. But yeah. Oh, Jamie said hi.
Hi,
Sorry, I'm reading through the comments still. So like, it doesn't really follow us. This is really, I like the hoodie a lot. It's really comfy. KC Chiefs and Royals. Yeah. Trey Mancini. Yeah, he's really talented. They just need more talent. That's all. Hey Matt, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll try to figure out the mod stuff. It's just been crazy. Oh, look, lightning alert for no, I just got a new one. Lightning alert for your current location. It says be careful, storm is nearby. So yeah, we're gonna get hammered by a storm. But yeah, thank you so much, Matt, for stopping by. Had a great time this weekend. We'll catch up, and we'll try to work out something with Strasburg for sure. Those are some dark, dark times in KC. Phillies fan here, lots of years of suffering. Well, the last World Series from the Orioles, they beat the Phillies in '83, so it's crazy. Oh, so we got storms coming from New York City, where Heath is at. So just pouring here. Should have taken the dog out before it started. Oh, you're gonna have to wait. Had a baseball game, won 17-6. Yeah, I play. So if anyone has ever played like, God, when we were kids, my friend, one of my closest friends growing up, had Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball, and we would always play that. But the ball would look like a like an octagon flying at you, and you couldn't base it out. And then the bat looked like a stick. It wasn't like a baseball bat. It literally looked like just like a pole, like a bow staff, and you'd have to aim up the ball. And my favorite thing was even in Baltimore for the Camden Yards, it's like brand new when the game came out. They had police cars in the background for Ken Griffey Jr. in Baltimore. So I thought that was hilarious. It's like, dude, yes, there's even police cars in an N64 video game. It's crazy. But I played 2K12. That's like my favorite Orioles team that I've been alive to see. And I saw someone wrote Earl Weaver. Yeah, Thomas wrote Earl Weaver was the greatest manager of the Orioles. Yeah, he definitely was, and he didn't take anything. He was for his team and loved his team, and he would stand up for himself, which is kind of like the early Buck Showalter. I know we're getting into baseball now. This is how this chat works. Buck Showalter kind of showed those characteristics of Earl Weaver, and I think that's what fans love so much. He just is a no nonsense type of coach and manager. But after a while, the Orioles were just doing so bad after that one season. I think it was the 2015 season. It was just going downhill. God, what was the one team? Because I went to it was almost right before they went to the World Series back then. But yeah. Oh, the Gateses are breaking up? Oh, no. 27 years. That is really crazy. Oh, the Signal Bridge. Yes. Post-war. Yeah, this one's cool. Do you have that hooked up using the IR? I don't. Should I do that? You know what's crazy? I just watch this. So I just bought one. I could hook it up to the IR, but it's right now it's hooked up. So I'll show you guys. And I forgot whoever didn't see the box, the new box item. Oh, that's not good. So I think my there's supposed to be a green light in this one at the bottom, and for some reason it's not working. It's a brand new bulb. It's actually a brand new LED bulb because these are wired up to the track. So what I did was um, my switch down here that you guys can see. When this switches, I have it hooked up to right here off the track power to change the light in the bridge. But if I can use the 15IR, this one's new old stock. I got this for $30. It says it works, which is good, I guess. I'm glad it works. So yeah, I'll hook that up possibly to that because I hate having things on track power, which is why I changed them out to LEDs because it takes a little bit of strain off the track. But now I got so much crap hooked up to this track because I have the entire yard, which I'll show you guys. Each switch has its own little light on it, even though these are only like grain of wheat bulbs in those. But I have, let's see, 1, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on there that are wired up all the time. And then when the yard's plugged in, I have the switch lights, like the little toggle switches, hooked up as well. Where's the cat? I felt this. Oh, there's a cat. Hey, Juju. How's it going?
She's just exploring.
Those are new, like 7. Yeah, that was the thing. I think so. My one train guy, if anyone's in the Hanover, Pennsylvania area, definitely check out. They're called Iron Horse Trains in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and the owner, his name is Troy. So definitely check them out. And that's weird too. This light just burned out in here. I'm losing all my lights. That's crazy. So let me check that. Wow. That's weird. So yeah, my switch tower light just burned out too. So maybe I need like a voltage, voltage regulator off the transformer. No, not that. But yeah, I've got this 15IR. I remember when these came out, they were quite expensive, but I can hook it up to the bridge, like you guys have recommended to me. 2 15IRs going in separate directions. They're also hooked up. Oh, the gantry signal. Do I have a gantry on here? No, I just have another signal down there. I wired this signal up.
I'm just here so I can go cook dinner.
Okay. So this one is actually wired up to the track. Oh, I forgot I derailed the train. So yeah, it's shorted out. So that signal is hooked up through the old switch. And basically what happens is that when the pressure's hit on the switch, it changes basically the return, not the positive side. So really old school how I wired that up, just using the push switch. Local news was wrong, or I heard it wrong. Yeah, I'll have to check out those videos because I love wiring up signals and accessories. It's a lot of fun. It just looks like I need to dial down the voltage a little bit for some of these, bayonet bulbs and things like that. The track one, I can't explain. This is a brand new LED unless, whoops. Let's see. It was pretty loose. Here, let me move this out of the way for a second. Oh, good. Whew. So, guys, good news. It was actually just burnt out. Because, look, it's now working. So when I changed the track, see them flip. So when the track is switched as a turn, I have it as red up here. And then when the track's straight, it should be green. So for some reason, that ball was just loose and not getting enough. So let me put this back. That's really good news. Yeah, I just bought. Sorry, I was getting smoke away. The smoke detector is right above my head. It's just disappointing because I paid a lot of money for those LEDs. The guy at Strasburg Train Shop had them, but he had them for like $3 and some change a piece. I only bought like 4 or 5 of them just to try them out, but it was really like expensive in my opinion because LEDs should be cheaper. But I have other LEDs on the garden, such as my town lights, like my street lights that are green, green bulb lights. Those are all just really small LEDs with the anode cathode modification that you can buy them on Amazon. It's about $10. You get, I think, 20 LEDs that are good for AC use, which is really cool. But yeah, I can't believe that bulb in the one station burnt out. That's like whatever. But yeah, and bulbs are expensive. The bayonet bulbs, they're ones you push in and you give them a quarter turn. You know, those are relatively inexpensive. But the sign, that red sign down there, originally came with a blinking bulb, but it was so like bright and just distracting. You guys would hate me if that sign was blinking during like a live stream. It was awful. Hey, Adam, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll send you a message on Facebook and we'll get some type of meetup scheduled so you guys can see the train garden before you guys head out, things like that. But yeah, the other bulb that burned out was down on the freight yard. It was actually a screw-based light, and then my beacon burned out. So I'm thinking I've got too much voltage going through some of my accessories. Some of them are fine, but it's also when you flip these on and off, you know, like doing one of these really quick, that sudden voltage also does not fare well with bulbs, especially incandescents. It's just that quick voltage, you know, they don't like it very much. Look up Lionel number 450 under Tom's Trains. You should see how I hooked it up. Yeah, definitely. I'll love to do that. Because I've seen demos on the IRs and everything, and apparently Lionel's making a new IR. I don't know how much I trust it, but this one was a slight fail. Like, not gonna lie, this. Give me a second. Unfortunately, when Lionel came out with this IR sensor, it had some flaws to it. One of the main flaws I could tell you with this was that people that were my age when I got these, I believe I was in middle school or high school when these came out. So they're about, well, when was this made? So this one says 2015. This is a newer one. So the one on the other side of the layout that runs my what do you call them? Crossing gates. That one's from about 2010 or so. It was it was one of the very first times I saw it. We bought 2 of them. It was like $100. It was a Christmas gift. My parents were like, here, have fun with these. You know, we can wire them up. And if you, what would you say? A and U were reversed on some of the older ones. Yes, that's what I was going to get into. So when you wired these up, if you did it incorrectly, this thing would fry. The whole thing would blow up, and you'd be left with like, you know, Lionel wouldn't take it back. They'd say you didn't follow instructions, but they reversed them. So there's a switch on it that said accessory, and then there's one that says track. Track is for track, accessories for auxiliary power. And if you wired up wrong, you'd burn it up. And for what these cost brand new at the time, it's a lot of money, and they wouldn't take them back. So it was a flaw, complete flaw through that. But yeah, I'm glad I got this one. I'm gonna wire it up right. It's been about it's been a long while since I've had them. So let's see. Randall said scale trains ES44 AC acted kind of odd. When I turned it on, it runs fine, but it acts like it's in DPU mode. Huh. Front light comes on and dimmed. Yeah, a lot of that DC stuff it's really fragile, and we actually had some instances yesterday. We were just running stuff conventionally, and like I said, downstairs, like RJ was sending me trains. Basically, I was going up here working on stuff, sending him downstairs for him to test. And then one of the trains I gave him was like this European style little baby steam engine. But the funny thing was, we wanted to run it as a set, and the polarity was switched. So front was reverse was front. So we're like, what do we do? So we couldn't really run it with the other trains, but it was just really funny. The rear light comes on. Yeah, it's like there's so much stuff to learn about, all this train stuff, and you learn so much like just working through the hobby and everything. But yeah, it's definitely a learning experience for anyone who's new to the hobby, or you've been at it for years. You learn stuff, how things work and everything, and everything's a little bit different too. Let's see, wire it up an accessory, and you determine how much voltage you want to use for the lights so you don't burn them out and everything. Okay, so my power to all of my accessories is actually being powered off of a Lionel Train Master, or sorry, it's their command, basically a command unit. So it's 18 volts at, I think it's 18 volts 3 amps or something like that, or 18 volts at 8 amps. That's like the max of it. It's meant to power an entire layout. So what I did, I spliced the connector off and then use it for accessory power, but it looks like I need to put in a voltage regulator. The 18 volts is just cooking my stuff. But it does work really well for like accessories, like my sawmill works really well with it. My post-war sawmill. What else? My town lights and everything work really well. They haven't burnt out, and they're these like little baby lights. If I have one, I'll show you guys. Yeah, here we go. So the guy down the street at another hobby shop, it's actually D.E. Gettle and Hobby in Shrewsbury. If you guys are ever in Shrewsbury, check out his store. He's got tons of cool stuff. It's actually, I bought a lot of my stuff for the layout up here, but he sold me these little baby incandescent lights. They're expensive. It was like $15 a pack of 6 or something, but these are from a German company, and these are screw-based lights. So when your bulb burns out, you're not stuck with, rewiring an LED. But you can buy these little baby bulbs when they burn up. So pretty cool. And these run at, I think the max voltage is like 18, but none of them have burnt out yet. And I've had them for 6 months or so. It's actually where my where my switch house is, right here. That's how bright they are when they're hooked up. And it lights up the whole switch tower there. It's possible when, had the same issue. It was the DP. Oh, wow. DPU mode. That's pretty cool. Since you have tube track, couldn't you use the contact or trigger the crossing gates? Yes, you can. But the thing is, it would take power away from the track. So I have those wired up with the 15 IR with accessory power. The crossing gates work great with the IR sensor or infrared. When they tested it, they had it in DP mode and forgot to turn it back. My accessory power is from 3 CDW 80s and a Atlas transformer. Phaser transformer to a common ground. Use a multimeter to double check your hot and common. Yeah, I might try to do that. I mean, like I said, I think it's just too much voltage because I can't lift it up because my transformer for the accessories are located in the box. And this is the box. I did a whole video on this. What's in here and all my switches on the front. Excuse me. So you can see all the wires in the back coming out. I don't have another one that I could show you guys, but I have something similar to it, but it's way back underneath the platform. And basically a coworker gave me one of the really early Train Master controls. And he said, mess around with it. Merry Christmas. Here you go. And I used the power bricks from it. And I used the one power brick because it had a circuit breaker on it. He also gave me 2 trackside circuit breakers, which I need to install because when I use this old CW right here, actually, sorry, it's a ZW, I believe. Where is it? Oh, where are you? Yeah, ZW right here. It's a ZW 275 watt, so I can power my 1 track, 2 tracks, 3 tracks over here. So yeah, technically I could dial in the accessory power off of this, but I like to keep my track and other accessories separate. But this guy is very powerful. The other option, like I said, would be to take one of my other transformers and place it underneath of here, or I can just get a voltage regulator or something like that. Be pretty easy to wire up. But all of this underneath the box is all it's all bust out and everything. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I am aware this does have accessory out, but I'm afraid I just don't want too much power being drawn from the track transformer. But it does have the ZW does have a circuit breaker. It's just not very vigilant compared to the trackside circuit breakers that look like trackside buildings or trackside sheds. All I'd have to do is just wire that up to the track. I mean, it's pretty easy. Oh, and I have seen people trying to do other go the crossing gates by themselves. That always freaks me out. I have seen people try to phase transformers together. I haven't tried that yet, but that is another option for doing all kinds of stuff. Found these decoders will store settings because I had the soundtracks equipped after in Genesis SD45-2. I turned momentum up DC. When I ran in DC, I kept setting it on. Yeah, I'm sure you could do stuff like that with God, like trains are so advanced. I can actually turn off the crossing gates. Well, that's my town. There we go. But hey, I'm gonna run some trains for you guys. Let this newer engine run for us. The only thing I had to do to her when I got this engine was basically lube up all the drive wheels with the gears and things like that. Just use moly grease, a light coating of moly grease in there because it was very dry. And then it did need a new battery. The original battery was still in there, and there was battery acid leaking out of it. For anyone who's new to MTH Proto Sound stuff, the battery basically just keeps your sound effects going when you change direction. So here's a great example. So it's doing the startup phase. So I'm switching direction. That's a locomotive that's 10 years old and can do that. Yeah, this one's old. The new bald one I got isn't really new at all. This engine's from 1996. Hey, Real Fam Rogers back. All right, guys. So I'll do a night run up here. Get some of these trains a rolling. Because I think you guys like the night run. I forgot the other track still has a derail on it, so here we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think this says... Yeah, I'll have to look up the amperage on this transformer. It's pretty hefty. Yeah, I think that light also kicked the bucket on me. So I'll have to get a new LED light put in there. Yeah, I only run 3 trains with this, and yeah, not a problem. Send if you send the channel a Facebook message on Nick's Crossing at Facebook, I can get back to you on that. But yeah, it's I only use this to operate the track power. I don't divide this up for any of the other accessories. It's just track, and it does a way better job than my MRC, because I have MRC dual power that's sitting on the shelf, and that thing was just killing my track. Like it did not have enough power compared to this transformer. Is just way more powerful. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this thing is just because it's hooked up to the trains. Even the MRC was just only powering the 2 tracks, and then I had a separate ZW80 hooked up to the top track, and it just couldn't do it. I mean, it seems like this remote's pretty steady. Here, I'll actually do some yard action here. See if I can do this. So I'm gonna do this without messing it up. Move this back. Let's see. That was not supposed to happen. There we go. Really? Come on. I'll move this building out of the way. Aha, she found a dead spot in the track. Send a picture of the control board. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. Yeah, phasing. That's really cool. I mean, I've always wanted to be, experimenting in that realm of things. I'm trying to get this engine to go into one of the bays here. She jumped the switch. There we go. Finally. I'm going to switch out the locomotive, so I can do this. There's the yard, the switches. Switch the track. Yeah, I love this. Like, I love doing all this stuff for the hobby. It's crazy. This is one of my favorite Protosound 1 engines that I own. My only complaint with this locomotive, I wish it had a smoke unit. Yeah, I guess I could add a smoke unit to this engine. I just wouldn't want to mess it up. Just leave it idling at full power, and the smoke should turn out. Yeah, exactly, right? See, one of the cool things I can do, I don't know, because this yard is set up. And actually, Thomas, if you're still there, I do have one accessory hooked up to track power. And it's my banjo signal, which I'll show you in a second. Turn this. You'll see it start to spin. There it goes. So this guy right here. Yeah, I got that hooked up to the to an insulated rail. I'll show you guys real quick. Where is it? Of course, it's hidden. You can kind of see it spinning next to the freight tower there. Yep, I got that hooked up to the insulated rail. And then, let's see. Have some fun with some switching. Why not? Whoops. What's this? And then because the yeah, I saw your message. I got it on the phone. So because this whole switchboard I made down here, for anyone who's new or anything like that, so when I turn power on, I can actually turn this track off with the GP9s on. Turn that track off. So he's going to go in shutdown mode, and then I can go down here. I've got my K4 on this track. So I got that. It's all blocked out. And I can do this. Oops. Whoops. I found a dead spot. Of course. This is the fun stuff with this hobby. It's like, you know. There we go. So what I can do is actually send that down there. Switch this track. Yeah, let me. All right, now it's time for K4. So there you go. This is also PS1. And up top, I've got one of my, like I said, it's a 2026 post-war set. These aren't the cars that came with the 2026, but they're pretty close to it. Actually, the cars that came with the 2032s that I have are the ones up top. Just a couple of classic cars. We'll get this K4 rolling. Here, I'll try to fix that derailed locomotive in the center track. Severe storm. That's down south. So, we're going to get that in a couple days. That's not good. Yeah, stay safe, Randall. Oops. And my 736 just got locked up. So, there we go. Yeah, it's funny. So, once the whistle went off, the train had a dead spot in the track because she needs a new roller. So we'll get her flying. So here we go. Yeah, one of the rollers on the 736 are dead. It's like new and old. Gotta raise you guys up. Hey, Nightspread, how's it going? Welcome to Monday-Runday. There's a better view of the banjo signal. So when the engine enters the track right here, you'll see it go off. NPC is pretty cool. Oh wow, I just saw Thomas's comment jump in there too. Do you use liquid smoke on the 736? Actually, I'll give these engines a break for a second. So that's a great question. So both you guys have great questions. So liquid smoke for the 736 are using the classic smoke pellets. Love the smell of the smoke pellets, but they're a little on the expensive side. So, okay, so here's the cool thing. So my 736 here, see if you guys can. There we go. Guys are up really high. So here I am. So yeah, so my 736 2026 up top on the upper double balloon loop or double back, whatever you would like to call it. Those all had original pellet smoke units in it. The 736 was the first smoke conversion I did because the person who owned it prior to me, they're actually a relative, they put liquid smoke in there with pellets. So the pellet smoke fluid, pellet smoke is supposed to work the same way smoke fluid would work, but if you add smoke fluid on top of pellets, it basically foams up, creates a reaction. So I converted that one. I converted the 2026, and I also converted my 2025. I only did that just in case I have someone over and they don't know how the pellets would work, and I have a bunch of bottles of this stuff sitting around, or this stuff. I've got different scents. This is cedar. This is cinnamon, something, Cinnabon, whatever. Then I got JT's Mega Steam. This stuff smells like a pork barbecue. So yes, I changed them out, and for the love of preserving these locomotives and being more inclusive. You know, if someone can pour smoke fluid in it, I don't have to worry about like, no, what are you doing? So yeah, these are all liquid smoke. I have smoke pellets left over for when I used to run smoke pellets, but the corrosion was just so bad on the inside of the 730. So I was like, whatever. I converted them to diode, or basically resistor smoke units, which is really easy to do. And I actually have a contact up in Red Lion, Pennsylvania that sells me the kit. It's the whole kit and the little felt pad that gets put in there, and it's good to go. It's about $7 a conversion. So I'd rather take $7 to convert them with the plastic bowl cap rather than destroying these, beautiful pieces. The 736 is a rebuild. I repainted it. There's actually a video I did on how to restore something like that. I stripped all the old paint off. It was so bad. Like, I would never do that to my other locomotives, but I wanted to preserve it and run this engine, Yeah, having it smell like a pork barbecue. It's the nastiest. And the guy who sold it, see, the connection's bad for a second. Trying to reconnect. Let's see. It says the connection's bad. Oh, there it goes. So the gentleman who sold me this runs Iron Horse Trains with his wife, and he said this is the smelliest stuff he had. And I said, that's perfect. I want it. Give me like a crate of this stuff. But yeah, I have JT's Mega Steam coal scent over there. I've got proto diesel smell. But right now I'm on this fix right now. It's like a vape store up here almost. It reminds me of like what flavor. But anyways, that's the smoke spiel for that. Knights Right had a question. Do you like NPC era stuff? I do have some NPC era, but the stuff that I was given isn't my favorite. But I do like some of it. Like they had some really cool stuff. Like for instance, I've got my radioactive cars in the back. Here, I'll spin you guys around. There they are. You guys can. They should start to blink. Let's see if it'll do it. If it will do it. These are rehash cars. Same with the CNO. I believe the auto loader behind it as well is a rehash car. And the MPC era just had a different take on some things. Yeah, I think some things could have been done better, but that's every era of trains. I mean, if you run MPC era stuff, I mean that's what you run. I mean, it's all good. I mean, as long as you guys are having fun and learning stuff and keeping busy, it's all that matters. Said I kept mine all original. I do a holiday display at the house every year, and I show the family and friends how the old smoke pellets smell compared. Yeah, those pellets do smell really cool. They've got like a real vintage, it's got a nice smell to them. I do agree with that. Definitely better than the Lionel smoke fluid that I've had tons of issues with. Like their smoke fluid sucks. Like I hate Lionel smoke fluid. Like stay away from it. Get JTs. Get proto smoke. Like this stuff can be kind of thicker, like this proto smoke. But yeah, MPC needle bearing on the wheel was a great addition. There are a couple MPC things I will critique on. So I did a video. I repaired 2 MPC era locomotives and then 1 K-line switcher engine, which I love. What was it? Here's a great example. Here, I'll show you guys something. Is this one? Yeah, here we go. So I've received a collection about 6 months ago or something like that. It was a whole situation, and she was, a family friend of ours said pretty much just take the trains, love them, get them out of here. And he had a lot of MPC era stuff. So here's a Southern Pacific. I believe this is I think it's a U-boat. U-30. Oh, I forgot I don't know what this is. I think it's a U-boat. But something like this, it doesn't really do it for me. It's a pretty locomotive. It's Southern Pacific. I like, Southern Pacific. Without Southern Pacific, we wouldn't have Norfolk Southern nowadays. It'd be some other merger name. But like stuff like this, it just doesn't really do it for me. It's too modern. But one complaint, did they do it in here? No. This one has metal gears. So this one's good. Pudgy. MPC was pretty good. Yeah, so and the other complaint I have is that they didn't file off the wheel flanges for, I believe it's, your inner wheels right here. These should have been filed down. UA30C. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a U36. I have a U36 on the shelf, but I feel like they should have filed down this wheel in here, just like my brand new Baldwin that I got. MTH prides themselves on having pretty much, it's very inclusive. If you only want to run like an 031 loop under a Christmas tree, I'm going to turn the lights back on. Here, let's see. Let me get a different color so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We do this one says candlelight. So let's see how that works. That looks cool. So I think they should have filed off those last wheels so it can get around curves and stuff. The new Baldwin I got, it's a scale model of the Baldwin, and it's a Baldwin AS 616, so that's the model of that. But they filed off the wheels, so when you go on tighter curves, it's almost like a false wheel, and it skips over that turn rather than the train derailing itself. With these MPC era guys, I got to run them on 042 without them hopping off the track. I've got some other high noses behind me, that are pretty cool. Like the Seaboard, it's what is that? That's let's see. That's a Seaboard, Canadian Pacific, and then that is Atlantic East Coast, or sorry, Florida East Coast. I've got a thing for high noses, but those guys run great on the 042. But a lot of the stuff on the shelf is Williams. Like my two Ugly Ducklings, my BL2s where are they? Over here in this section, they're all Williams. But yeah, it's pretty cool how that U36Bs. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into these. Yeah, on the floor, they shouldn't be on the floor, but it's just a quick fix. I've got tons of post wear. I got a fan running up here to get some cold air up here because I'm attic gets hot, Made them roll better than the post war. Yeah, the only other complaint I have with some NPC stuff is the coupler. The coupler pins they could have done better on. Instead of that little plastic tab with the little metal little pin that shoots up, those suck on some cars. I've had a lot of issues. I got a Pennsylvania set. It's beautiful. It's the 1600s. It's like 160. Geez, what is it? It's basically the number. I believe it starts in 1600 and it goes 1601, 2, 3 up to 6. It's a whole streamlined passenger set. They look really nice under a Christmas tree. I love them. Like they're small. They make tight turns. But those little, the cheap plastic tabs broke off and I ended up having to rebuild my couplers. So that was pretty weird, 6 drivers, 18 radius forever. Yeah, my outer loop up here, the main, I call it the main line, is 042. And then my inner line is it's 031. Then I have a piece of 072 to kind of make this forced shape. So it comes down like this and then makes the loop around with 031. Up top, that's all 031. Really squeezed together. Like I forced that track like that. And then so I can run trains at a decent speed without them falling off the edge, like wherever the diner is up top. All of that is on an angle. It's like a bank turn. And I believe down below too, I did a bank turn as well. And how you do that is like my underlayment up here is all styrofoam. I haven't put a facade on this yet. I really need to do that. But if you drill on the inner side of the curve, like if you put your screws on like the inside rail, whatever direction you'd like to turn, because the styrofoam, it automatically kind of banks your turn, which helps really well with some like post-war stuff that flies. It's just a little trick I did before I ballasted in the track. And then I ballasted everything and then did the green, the grass and stuff like that. False. Oh, 2 or 3 axle trucks. Yeah, it is. It's on my mic. Yeah, the missile car broke. It was a post-war, late post-war missile car, and it broke. It's somewhere underneath the garden or layout, and the boom part snapped. And I think it happened when I moved in, but I pointed it at me just to, it's always there. But yeah, it's on the mic stand. It's there forever with a zip tie. But I've got a bunch of other trains on the wall behind me. A lot of it, like I said, is Williams and stuff like that. If you guys are new to the hobby and you are looking for a very nice piece for a decent price, look at Williams powered stuff. It's It runs really quiet too. So if you're new to the hobby and you still live, still live at home with parents, they can't complain about the noise because the engines are super quiet. Very little maintenance. MTH stuff, I can stand behind all their stuff for the most part. It's pretty crazy. Super elevation, which seems odd since it doesn't seem that super. That train layout is insane. The O scale garden, John Doe's talking about the NCR, Northern Central Railway. Guys, check out their videos. I have a bunch of their, I filmed there all the time. It's right down the street from my house. And I'm always down there filming or talking to someone and just hanging out, watching the beautiful, train roll by. They run a vintage GP9 locomotive that was Pennsylvania Railroad. And it basically was transferred hands, Penn Central Conrail to out to a paper mill, up to Adirondack Scenic Railway, and then back to its, Pennsylvania roots. So, yeah, definitely check out those videos. She's a cool locomotive, but yeah, their train garden in the model room for the O scale is insane. There's a lot of elevation really quick, and I've told them, well, you guys know it. Those trains are really stressed because they're going up and down those curbs and then elevation and everything. But yeah, I've got that project train downstairs. I don't know what the number is. I'll let you guys know. Well, you guys will probably see the movie this week or a video on that. But I've got that project train to do, and other than that, I've got a couple of other miscellaneous adventures, rail adventures to film and edit. Actually, mostly editing, and then just get them on YouTube. So stay tuned for those as well. Yeah, Thomas, we were talking about that earlier. It came up on YouTube. It said Amtrak's 50th anniversary, and they were talking about how they're going to debut like their new Siemens line, like their trains and stuff. And I'm thinking it would have been a perfect opportunity for them to restore a GG1 and debut that for the 50th birthday, but they missed the mark. And unfortunately, like, I love Amtrak. I've never taken an Amtrak before. I've taken another railroad that's out of Baltimore that shares their tracks. So their tracks are in great shape. I was actually there. I've got a video to put up from Saturday. Myself and a friend of mine went to, it's basically just a quick whistle stop of a station that runs MARC trains, which is out of Maryland area rail commuter. And I said, hey, if we stand here at the station, we're going to see like tons of Amtraks fly. Well, we caught a Norfolk Southern coal train on an Amtrak line. So that video will be up too. It's just a short rail fan video. But yeah, I think they need to restore a GG1. It's time, Even if they gut the whole thing, this is going to sound really, as a historian myself, like I love history. I went to school for history and then geography. But as a historian, if they gut the entire innards of the locomotive run, go do it. I mean, I just would like to see the body of that thing. And if you guys don't know why they haven't done it recently, it's because there's something called PCBs. It's in the cooling section of the transformer. PCBs it's a carcinogen that they used to put in everything electronic back then for heavy duty electronics, or, telephone pole transformers, transfer boxes, substations, power stations, and they ended up in locomotives like your E44, E33s, which Pennsylvania was very well known for. Here's a great example too. It's like, my EP5, which is right there, my New Haven, that would have had PCBs in it. GG1s. Oh, I've got a GG1 back there. She's underneath the Santa Fe collection. But yeah, I mean, they put them in everything heavy duty electric, um, but it's a known carcinogen. So the poor people that would run those trains, if they came in contact, there's a high risk of cancer, which is really sad. Yeah, basically make it go green. That's the big talk, these days. But I remember CSX was advertising it's like 1,000,000 miles on a single gallon of fuel. That was like the big thing that CSX would stand behind. There was something like that, um, some type of campaign. But if honestly, if they took a GG1, stripped all the innards out, literally like all the motors, like if they, all that stuff's obsolete anyways. I hate to say it, but like the motors and everything, they could be brought up to a different standard, gut all that stuff out, fix the body up, put new internals in. Like, Siemens is the newer contractor for the Acellas, I believe, and some other locomotives. Get them to do it. It would cost, it probably cost them about $1 million or so to make a working GG1, but the return, like the absolute return on the historical value and the people coming out to see it would be insane. Like, you got to think of how much money they'll make in the return. I'd be all for that. Would love to see. Yeah, they at least one of them. But couldn't they modernize a GG1 to run? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like if they got at Randall, the same thing. Well, the other suggestion I had, they redid the big boy and got rid of the iOS, put in the new, take out the old PCBs out, bring in, yeah, exactly. There's other locomotives they can honestly take the innards out of and transfer them to it. Not iOS. So you're using Apple, I see. Because I have an Apple computer, iPhone, you know. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like they kind of missed the mark, and it. I'm not trying to sound political or anything, but it sounds like, they kind of missed the mark. Like they had a perfect opportunity to showcase something big and say, "Hey, Amtrak turned 50 this year. We're going to bring back the GG1." It'd be like, "Whoa, like 611s at Strasbourg." And I meant to say old. It's all good. No worries. They can bring 611 to Strasbourg and tie up Lancaster for a whole summer. And that's just one engine. That's one surviving 611. 611's popular, but I bet if you brought back a GG1 and did heritage runs with it and then actually used it for certain service days, it would pull in millions of dollars. Like I would go out and see it. I wouldn't ride it if it's so expensive, like ridiculous, but I'd go out and film it, and buy merch for it. You know, I would be the first one in line to do it. It's same with I kind of feel like the same way it's like with the K4. Like K4 is my favorite steam engine ever. I know it's not the biggest engine or the most impressive, but it's the most iconic. In my opinion, it's the most iconic steam engine Pennsylvania ever made. And it's actually what they used to run down the street for me back in the day. Um, it's just a cool engine. I own two of them. I've got an MTH K4. I've got 2025 sitting on the floor. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll be right back. Let me go grab that. Yeah. This is my baby. So this is my post-war 2025. And it's got the Baldwin drivers on it. And she runs so smooth. Here, I'll run that on the outer track real quick. I just have to take off the the MTH engine. Is the GG1 that much bigger than the current electrics? GG1s are huge. If you compare a GG1 to like an Amtrak toaster, it's like, I would say it's about a third longer than most of the newer Amtrak engines. I'm from Long Island and Strasbourg. Oh, that's the other Strasbourg. Okay. K4 or a G5 LIRR. Oh, cool. Strasbourg has our number 39. Which one's 39? I'm sorry. This is gonna be funny. Here's the old. I have to actually lock. I'm gonna put her in neutral. Uh-oh, Mike almost fell down. That's great. Haha, 4664. Yep. Just gonna hope my mic doesn't fall anymore. I have a problem. But yeah, I'm actually I'll put the K4 on the center track. There we go. Here, give me a second. Yeah, this is the repainted 736 right here. So I even redid the logo with a logo printer. I'll set that down there. Then put this guy up here. That's funny. All right, the K4 is a no-go because I forgot the tender height on this original, like the Lionel tender. I forgot what number it is, but it needs its tender because the draw arm's lower than what it came with. So a 460 locomotive. Oh, Pennsylvania owned the oh wow. .460 locomotives. Is that at the museum? I'm trying to fix this. There we go. Shoo. I'll have to put some like tape on here or something. It's gonna fall down. It's supposed to be a shock mount. Let me do this. There we go. Okay, so the museum. So the museum is actually owned by the state of Pennsylvania. So I was actually at the museum yesterday with a friend, RJ78 Productions. We didn't get to see everything because they had a lot of stuff. I guess the best way to say it is like they had a lot of stuff and we had too little time to see all of it. And when we're filming and like admiring everything and then taking pictures and all that stuff and then goofing around, we just didn't have enough time to film everything. But we will be back to film for sure. The whistle of number 39 is on. Oh, on the Strasbourg Steer as we speak. That's awesome. Oh, that might be 475's whistle. Because 475, okay, that's the N&W, Norfolk Western. That had, I call it the Hooter. I think it's called an N&W Hooter, which is like not my favorite whistle sound. It's not very like harmonious. Just it sounds like a it's like waff kind of sound. So I know they swapped it out sometime recent because last time I was at Strasbourg with my dad was like 2 years, 3 years ago, and they had an NNW Hooter on it. Yeah, I remember they did. So there's videos of 475 with a different whistle. It was like one weekend. I think it was called Long Island Railroad weekend or something like that, or a trip back in time. I saw they changed the whistle out for that, and then whatever whistle's on there right now, it sounds great. I love it compared to the N&W Hooter sound. This does not sound very appealing. It's kind of like 1309 up in the 1309 is a what is it? I forgot the name of that locomotive. It's not an Allegheny. It's jeez. I think it's called a Mallet, not an Allegheny engine, but that locomotive has an N&W Hooter on it. It's not very appealing. So, hey, have a good night, John Doe. I'll see you. I'll probably be around at the museum filming one of these days when, some more exciting stuff is going on. Whenever the 17's out, I'll be down there filming. Oh, wow. Still has the Pensy Keystone. Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I forgot what. It's that one. So that K4 that I have has a bunch of different road names on it. And, it's a Pensy K4, but Lionel changed the numbering on the front. So I have a later 2025, but there's one before it was like all silver. So it's kind of funny how they did that, and then they match up to like different railroads and things like that. It's pretty cool. You missed Star Wars Day. And 17 comes out in the middle of June. Yeah, that's what well, I won't give any names, but that's what someone else told me that works there. That 17 should be out then. I'm going to try to get some of my YouTube friends to come down and film her. And for anyone who doesn't know, 17 is a reproduction, Civil War era, American style steam locomotive. It's a 4, or no, is it a 240 or 440 locomotive? But it's a beautiful locomotive, like recreated locomotive, runs off oil and everything. I was gonna say it's not May 4th yet. Tomorrow. That's what they did back then because Pennsylvania was parent company today. Oh wow. Yeah, Jamie, I'll let you know. I think it's like it might be during the week. I forgot what they told me, but it's like the birthday of their railroad. So yeah, May 4th will be tomorrow. Be awesome. And I did see that Disney posted a sequel trilogy on there, so it's all traditional. Basically 1 through, I guess it'd be 1 through 6 on the poster, which is really cool because I was not a huge fan of the sequel trilogy, and it had Luke Skywalker's face, and like it was like the biggest picture on there. I was like, yes, they have Luke on here. I'm my own boss. Weekdays aren't a problem as long as I have enough time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm sure they'd probably take her out on a weekend just to, sink into Quattro. I remember that. That was funny. It's a great show. Yeah, guys, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I'm actually going to call the stream. It's getting pretty late. I got to wake up early as well, but I'd like to thank all of you for joining me, and anyone watching the replays, thank you so much for supporting the channel and sticking around. It's been a great stream. You guys are all, I can't thank you guys enough, and it's going to rain here soon anyways. That's great. It looks like there's a thunderstorm in there too. But yeah, thank you all so much for, you know, for joining in. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat dinner and then go to bed, which I need more sleep because this weekend was just insane running all over the state. And actually between Maryland and Pennsylvania, I walked like 20 miles. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Not a problem, Jamie. Thank you so much for being here. I hope we get a good storm. We need some rain and a good storm to show up. So thank you so much, Randall. Yeah, be safe out there. I know it's crazy and all that stuff. But everyone have a great night. Look out for those new videos coming out. I'm going to post the Railfan video probably first. It's a pretty basic, basic video. It's just a Norfolk Southern locomotive coming by. I'll try to look up the footage and type in the description. I'll write what locomotives they are and their numbers of where they are or whatnot. So, hey, thank you so much, Thomas. Thanks for coming by for the first time. I'll get back to your message as soon as I get off the stream. Got them on the cell right here. So everyone have a great night. Have a great week. Stay safe, play with trains, whatever makes you happy. So have a great night. And I'll see you guys in future streams just like this. See you, everyone.